Welcome back to the Deep Dive, your express lane to truly understanding the ideas that shape our world.
Great to be here.
Today, we're not just dipping our toes in. We're plunging headfirst into one of philosophy's most electrifying and, frankly, most misunderstood works, Friedrich Nietzsche's The Spoke Zarathustra.
It really is a big one. Lots to unpack.
Exactly. Our mission, should you choose to accept it, is to cut through its poetic complexities, its sometimes jarring pronouncements, to really get at the core insights, the ideas that have profoundly shaped modern thought. Get ready for some genuinely surprising, maybe even radical, perspectives on human potential, self-creation, and, the courage it takes to challenge everything you thought you knew. Okay, let's unpack this.
What's truly fascinating here, I think, is that we're looking at a text that isn't just philosophy in the, let's say, academic sense.
Right.
It's a profound, almost mystical challenge to how we think about life, purpose, ourselves. Nietzsche crafted something that speaks directly to the soul, to the will, not just the intellect.
Yeah, it feels different.
It's been incredibly influential, yet, well, often quoted out of context and grossly misinterpreted. So our goal today is to peel back those layers for you to try and reveal the nuanced power of these ideas and why they remain so relevant, even provocative for us today.
Absolutely. So let's begin with the man himself, the man who unleashed this intellectual earthquake. Friedrich Nietzsche.
This towering figure.
A name that still sends shivers down the spines of some, wasn't he? One of the most influential thinkers of the 19th century. A philosopher who just refused to play by anyone else's rules.
Definitely marched to his own drum.
He launched this radical, really uncompromising critique of religion, conventional morality, and what he saw as the stifling mediocrity, the spiritual emptiness of modern culture.
He wasn't shy about it.
Not at all. He was a force of nature, and thus Spoke Zarathustra is, without a doubt, his undeniable masterpiece. But what truly sets Zarathustra apart, even from Nietzsche's other brilliant works, I find its sheer audacity and form is almost as intriguing as its content.
Indeed. What makes Zarathustra such a curveball isn't just what he says, but how he says it. Forget your dry philosophical treatises with neat arguments.
Yeah, this isn't like reading Kant.
Not at all. This is more like a wild, prophetic sermon, a series of parables, allegories, impassioned speeches designed to, well, punch you in the gut rather than just tickle your brain. The central character, Zarathustra, is this ancient Persian prophet figure, but Nietzsche reimagines him. He comes down from 10 years of solitude in the mountains,
Right.
not with comforting answers, but with these thunderous proclamations designed to shake humanity awake.
And that style, it isn't accidental, is it?
No, absolutely not. It's meant to provoke, to inspire, to challenge you as a reader or listener, to engage with it on an existential level, to ask really profound questions about your own life.
And what profound questions they are. I mean, these aren't just abstract musings. They feel like intellectual dynamite.
That's a good way to put it.
So let's pull the pin on the core ideas Zarathustra unleashes. Starting with the one everyone's heard of, but maybe few truly understand, the Übermensch.
Ah, the Übermensch.
Often translated as the Overman, or even Superman. Now, for anyone imagining capes and superpowers, let's put that to bed right away.
Please, yes. It's not about physical superiority at all.
So Nietzsche presents the Übermensch as the ideal of human evolution, right? A being who actively transcends current morality, who isn't limited by inherited norms, and who courageously creates their own values.
Exactly.
But it's crucial to stress, isn't it, that it's an ideal to strive for within oneself, an ongoing internal transformation.
Precisely. It's not some literal, physically superior being meant to dominate others. That's a later terrible distortion. It's all about self-mastery.
Self-mastery, okay.
Yes, the Übermensch is fundamentally about self-overcoming. It's an internal striving for a higher form of humanity, for, you could say, your absolute best self.
This concept, it's linked to another core idea, right? The will to power.
Intrinsically linked, yes. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the will to power. Well, it isn't just about crude dominance or aggression, as it's often misconstrued.
Okay, so how should we think about it?
Think of it this way. It's not merely self-preservation, but self-expansion. It's the inherent drive we see in, well, every living thing. From a plant cracking through pavement
Right.
to an artist enduring rejection to create something new. It's that internal surge to grow, to master oneself, to overcome obstacles, and crucially, to impose one's own order and meaning onto what can seem like a chaotic world.
So it's like the engine of creativity and growth.
You could say that, the engine of evolution, both biological and, for Nietzsche, spiritual.
So it's definitely not about being a bully then. It's more this internal, almost biological urge to excel and create. That makes much more sense.
Exactly.
But if that's the ultimate drive, this urge to forge new values, well, it gains a chilling urgency when we confront that phrase Nietzsche famously penned, the one that still reverberates today, the death of God.
A big one.
Now, this isn't simply a statement of atheism, though Nietzsche himself was an atheist. It's more profound than that, isn't it?
Much more. This is his declaration that traditional religious and moral frameworks, the ones that provided ultimate meaning and universal authority for centuries, they no longer hold that power in the modern world.
They've lost their foundation, their force.
Exactly. Their authority has eroded. If God is dead, it's not just a religious statement. It's like a cosmic eviction notice.
Oh, a cosmic eviction notice. I like that.
Suddenly, that moral compass we thought was fixed. Gone. And the truly shocking insight here, beyond just atheism, is that we're not just allowed to create new values, we're forced to.
We have to.
Humanity must now take responsibility for creating its own meaning. For finding purpose where it once seemed divinely given, it's an intellectual earthquake. It means every single choice you make,
Yeah.
from your career to your relationships, becomes an act of personal value creation.
That's daunting, but also liberating.
Dauntingly liberating, yes. It removes the external guideposts, but grants you ultimate freedom.
Okay, that's a lot to take in. We're on our own to build our world of meaning. And to grapple with that huge responsibility, Nietzsche introduces maybe his most challenging thought experiment.
Yeah.
The eternal recurrence.
Ah, yes. The heaviest weight, as he called it.
You know, this is the kind of concept that it can really keep you up at night. This idea of living your life, every single moment, every joy, every sorrow, every trivial thing,
Every detail.
as if you would be forced to relive it endlessly for all eternity.
And this raises an incredibly important question for you, the listener. If you had to live this exact moment, this exact day, forever, would you affirm it? Would you say yes to it with unreserved joy?
That's the test, isn't it?
It's a powerful thought experiment for embracing life fully, because if there are no second chances in an eternal loop, every decision, every experience gains immense weight. It demands your complete affirmation.
So it tests whether you truly love your life. All of it.
Every single part of it, yes. It challenges you to make every moment meaningful, because if it's coming back, well, you better make it something worth repeating.
It's terrifyingly effective as a motivator, isn't it? It really forces you to confront your choices.
Definitely.
Now, Nietzsche, through Zarathustra, also uses these incredibly vivid images and parables to get these complex ideas across. Makes them memorable, powerful.
He's a master of metaphor.
One of my favorites, and it feels like a roadmap for personal growth, is the three metamorphoses.
The camel, the lion, and the child.
Exactly. It describes the spirit's journey. First, it's the burden-bearing camel, dutifully carrying the weight of tradition, old values, thou shalt.
Taking on the load.
Then it transforms into the rebellious lion, roaring no to those old values, fighting for freedom, saying, I will.
Breaking the chains.
And finally, it becomes the innocently creative child, free from burdens, free from just rebellion, able to playfully and spontaneously create new values, embracing the world with a fresh spirit, a sacred yes.
It's a clear path. From duty through destruction to creation, a compelling roadmap for psychological and spiritual development.
It really is.
And then there's that striking image of the rope walker, right at the beginning when Zarathustra comes down from the mountain.
Yes, the tightrope walker over the abyss.
It illustrates human existence as this fragile, dangerous walk.
Yeah.
Stretched like a rope across an abyss, teetering between what we are the animal and what we can become the Übermensch.
Such a visceral image.
It is. Humanity perpetually on a high wire, not just between good and evil, but between our basic instincts and our highest potential. The rope walker isn't just trying to survive, they're risking everything to transform, to cross that chasm.
Knowing they could fall.
Knowing one misstep means falling back into the mundane, or maybe worse, succumbing to what Zarathustra calls the last man. It really tells us something about the courage needed for self-creation.
That's a great point, the risk involved. And speaking of the last man, Nietzsche offers a stark warning through this figure, doesn't he?
A powerful cautionary tale.
This is Zarathustra's warning against comfort, against mediocrity, against a lack of ambition. The last man is content, safe, avoids all challenge, all struggle.
They just want warmth and entertainment.
They don't strive for anything beyond their immediate gratification. They're satisfied with the trivial. They blink, as Zarathustra says, at the idea of striving for greatness because it's too much effort, too risky.
Yeah, they found happiness, but it's a small, pitiable happiness.
It serves as this stark mirror for you, the listener, doesn't it? Asking you to consider what aspects of comfort or complacency in modern life might be holding back your own potential for greatness. Are you settling for merely blinking?
It's a powerful critique of societal inertia, yes, but also a direct challenge to our personal choices. It asks us, do we pursue the easy path of comfort and consumption, or do we dare to walk the rope?
It's a demanding philosophy.
Very. So when we pull all these threads together, the Übermensch, will to power, death of God, eternal recurrence, the metaphors, the overarching themes of Zarathustra become incredibly clear.
What do you say they are distilled?
Well, individual freedom and creativity are paramount. There's a powerful critique of herd mentality, of conformity, urging us to be individuals, not just part of the crowd.
Stand out, think for yourself.
And of course, the continuous demanding challenge of self-overcoming, always striving to become more than you are. These aren't just abstract ideas floating around. They're a radical call to action for your own life.
Become your own meaning maker.
Precisely.
And this call to action, well, it had an immense philosophical impact, didn't it? Nietzsche influenced nearly all modern thought.
Absolutely. A vital precursor to existentialism, profoundly shaping psychology. Figures like Freud and Jung engaged deeply with him and leaving an indelible mark on literature, art.
His shadow looms large.
It does. But speaking of the Übermensch again, we have to confront the elephant in the room. Its grotesque misinterpretation.
Yes, the Nazi co-option.
Exactly. Nietzsche's vision was for individual self-transcendence, for a personal striving towards one's potential. Yet it was tragically twisted and co-opted for collective, oppressive, frankly murderous political ideologies in the 20th century.
It's a chilling example.
It is. And for you listening to this deep dive, the real insight here might be how easily revolutionary ideas can be weaponized, and the responsibility that places on us to interpret them with precision, with careful context, and with ethical awareness.
That's a critical point, and one that resonates deeply even today, especially with how ideas spread online, often distorted.
Absolutely. Because despite these historical misinterpretations, the enduring relevance of Nietzsche's core ideas for personal growth, for self-creation, for resisting conformity in modern life, that relevance really can't be overstated.
So even now, his questions hit home.
Definitely. In a world that often feels without fixed values, a world where maybe the grand narratives have dissolved, his work challenges us directly. How do you create meaning when the old answers no longer hold? How do you carve out your own path?
How do you become the person you are meant to be?
Rather than merely the person society expects or even demands? These are the questions Zarathustra throws at you.
So, thus Spoke Zarathustra isn't a passive read. It's really an active engagement, a challenge.
It absolutely is. It challenges you to look inward, to embrace life fully, the joys and the sorrows, to create your own meaning where maybe traditional values no longer provide solid guidance, and to strive for greatness within yourself.
It's a profound journey of self-discovery and self-creation.
Yeah.
Still provokes, still inspires.
It really asks us to rethink courage, too. Not just bravery in battle, but the courage to face existential freedom and the immense responsibility that comes with it.
What a journey it is. So we'll leave you with this final provocative thought to mull over long after this deep dive ends.
Okay.
If life is meant to be this constant act of self-overcoming, these three metamorphoses, what camel are you ready to shed? What burden of old ideas? What lion is ready to roar? No to outdated expectations in your life.
Yeah.
To fight for your freedom. And maybe most importantly, what child is waiting to emerge? To playfully and boldly create your own values.
A powerful question to end on.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into Nietzsche's Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep striving on your own journey.
Thanks for listening.